A December chill is in the air coming off of Lake Erie, but folks here bundled up, ready for football at Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
This taken in at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember, earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Third down and 1.
They'll look to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Play action. Now Wilson.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
You look at this Browns defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw here is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's a throw completed to Hyatt.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down. 21-0 our score after one. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him.
And now the rookie's free. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
51 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the ball is knocked out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
18 running.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Nolan Smith. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
That is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. 2nd and 2. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. He'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They get this out left. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Touchdown! A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Now Wilson on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good reception there, and the Browns on the march. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there as time expires in the first half.
And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Justin
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now Wilson on second down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. And quickly they get to the line. 2nd and 6. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now they try the right side here, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field.
And now nothing but green ahead of him.
Look at the big fella go.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
66 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That one finds Hyatt.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first and 10, it's Wilson.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 43. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Now it's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson to throw.
Hyatt there to grab it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
42. Browns 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing. For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Browns 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Nolan Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll look to set up his blockers. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do, go and get more. Oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Right back to him on 1st down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Nolan Smith.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Ready, break.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs.